Yes!
Hey everyone, Dante here with the Raging Geek, and today we're going to take a look at Hellraiser Ultimate Pinhead. This is from NECA. This is a 2019 release. Got this at Target, went for $35. Now, if you're not familiar with Hellraiser, it's a horror movie series from Clive Barker. So you have the main Hellraiser movie, then there's about like 4 sequels, give or take one. There is also a new 2022 expected reboot of the series. So keep an eye out for that if you really like Hellraiser. It looks pretty good. I can't wait to see if they do it justice. So my favorite of the series, Hellraiser, the original movie, and probably coming in second, Hellraiser Hell on Earth, and that's with Terry Farrell, who plays Dax on Deep Space Nine. That's Star Trek, and that was a pretty good one as well. So if you're not too familiar with the Hellraiser series, Pinhead, he's the main bad guy from a group of characters called the Cenobites, and they all have their various nuances about them. So Ultimate Pinhead comes with a lot of accessories. It comes with 2 heads, 3 weapons, 3 sets of hands, and he comes with 2 separate cube configurations, or the box says lament configurations. So definitely a lot of options here. Now, if I didn't say before, I got this at Target, $35. You can get these online, probably around the same price. Don't pay more than $45 if you can't find it for $35, but on average they're anywhere from $35 to $45 online if you can't find it at Target. But they still pop up at Target now and again, so keep an eye out for them. You might get lucky. So we're going to take a closer look at Ultimate Pinhead from NECA. So, Pinhead, get a good look. Give you a head to toe on the Pinmeister. A lot of great detail. Nails look great. Love that skirt. Now, the skirt, it has a wire trim to it. So the hem on the back side and the bottom has a wire in it. So, you can bend it, and it's malleable, and you can form it to the way you like it. So you can get some flair to it, and you can make the skirt as close fitting or more flared out as you want. Pinhead, another one of my movie favorites, who has some sayings in the movie that are a bit memorable, and I'll get to those later. Let's take a look at the accessories. So as you can see, he's got the 2 extra sets of hands. He's got the 3 weapons, the 2 different cube configurations, and the really ticked off head. So far, so good. So with Pinhead, it's always chains. Always chains in the movie. So I bought these chains. I went to Barnes and... No, I didn't go to Barnes and Nobles for chains. I went to Home Depot. And, Home Depot, always good. When you're trying to add some effects to your toy hobby. So one thing I have to say with Pinhead, I guess be a little careful with his head. There's a lot of delicate pins on it. I'm sure Pinhead would like if you twisted and knock these pins around while it's in his head. But you don't want your Pinhead to have too many bent pins. So be mindful when you're taking it out of the package. If he happens to fall over for whatever reason, be mindful of that. Other than that, pretty cool figure. So I always wondered, what would happen if Pinhead, ran into Freddy Krueger? Who do you think would own who? I mean, Freddy living in dreams. What if Freddy was pulled out of a dream, like in Freddy vs. Jason, and he came face to face with Pinhead? What would Pinhead do? Would he look at him and be like, "Hey, you don't really have much flesh to pull off to begin with"? Or would he go at it? Would he give Freddy some of these chains? What would Freddy say? "You have my hat, Pinhead." It's like, do Cenobites dream? Who knows? I mean, I know in the second film they showed Pinhead a picture of himself when he was human, and he remembered, so, I mean, he's got some human qualities to him.
"Oh, Freddy, what sights I have to show you. This isn't for your eyes."
Now, I just noticed they really make the head easy to come on and off because, I'm assuming the, all the pins and, if this was a typical NECA action figure head, these pins would bend really easy if you had to pull off the head. So they make it very easy to slide the head on and off, which is cool. So they thought about that. I mean, they probably originally made this head, like a normal head, and then the pins were just probably coming off every time they tried to switch the head. So
"Don't do that. No."
come on, relax, Pinhead. And they make these pins so you can kind of, adjust them. If they get bent, they don't snap off, and they're pretty bendable. So, you can, if a couple of them feel out of place, you can just bend them back and forth, and it's pretty much no biggie. But yeah, you can see when you put pressure on these heads, these pins, they will bend. So try not to do it too often and too hard, or I could imagine eventually they will just fall off, and you'll be gorilla gluing your way back to a Pinhead. Ain't that right, Pinhead? So as far as posability, yeah, typical NECA figure. He is kind of stiff, I have to say. Head moves very easily, for obvious reasons. The pins, arms move typical of a NECA figure. His upper torso moves. His waist does move underneath this, I want to say, this armor plating here. So it will twist, and it's pretty typical of a NECA figure. One thing I noticed, the feet on this particular NECA figure are very stiff. I don't know if it's unique to this particular action figure or if in general this particular mold has that type of issue. But I'll give you a close-up of the various accessories. I mean, the cubes alone are pretty cool. So his weapons, they come blood-stained. Now, on the edge of all the weapons, there's these little wire twist hooks. I'm assuming it's if you want to hang them on a backdrop or something for display. Or, maybe even you can improvise something on his waist here and hang it. Maybe you can even hang it on some of these chains. And his hands, it's like these open hands, they're pretty, I want to say, very, very similar to the ones that he has already on out of the package. These extra ones. Maybe just a little more, the fingers are a little closer, but they're very similar, if not the same. And then you have these fisted type hands, which, obviously you slide the weapons in. And then you have the head here.
An imposter behind me.
And that's it, friends. This is Ultimate Pinhead from NECA. This is from 2019. You can find this at Target or online. Thanks for watching. This was The Raging Geek. Keep an eye out for the new Hellraiser 2022 movie release coming out, hopefully by Halloween, I would think, or the end of the summer. This was The Raging Geek. Come again soon. Take care.
Frank. No! Oh, Freddy, your nightmare has just just begun.
Raging Geek, Retro, all things geek, where geeks can be geeks. Raging Geek, Retro, all things geek, where geeks can be geeks.